I am so excited to do this interview. This is my Unstoppable Stories series, and choosing vibrancy is about. In order to choose vibrancy, you have to have that passion within you, right? And I love hearing stories about how someone has pushed through some sort of barrier. Usually, they're within ourselves and has said, screw it, I'm going to do it anyhow. Usually I say something else, but I'm going to keep this PG, right? So without further ado, I'm introducing my niece, Kate Berinhout. Kate, not Katie. I don't know. I think of you as Katie, but Kate Berinhout's much more adult. And and I'm really excited to introduce you because Kate is doing something that really wows me. And I'm going to let her tell her story, but she picked herself up, graduated from college in the midst of all this COVID crazy, picked herself up, moved herself to a different state where she knew no one. I think that's right. You knew no one in Virginia to start a business and talk about entrepreneurial spirit and being unstoppable. I adore you and I think you're brilliant, and I love what you're doing. So I'm so excited. Tell us about your business and what has been this journey so far. It's new, right? It's only been a couple of months since you've been there, but do tell.
So I guess first to introduce my business, it's called Canvas and Cannabis. And the short spiel is it's a 420 friendly paint and sip, but not everyone knows what a paint and sip is. So it's essentially just a time, an experience where you can come either by yourself. We've had some solo people or with your friends or with whoever, and you can come learn how to do a painting, relax, just kind of de-stress, kind of wipe away the day or the week or the month or the year, because the year we've all been having. And drink wine, and also it's 420 friendly, meaning that you can also smoke or eat edibles, you smoke cannabis or anything like that. Right. So
because you're in Virginia and it's legal.
Yes. It is legal in Virginia. So yeah, I mean, the idea to start this business was something that it was actually, Maya, my sister and I, we were wanting to do together, and we had this long-term plan, and it was going to be something that was going to be 5 years down the road. We wanted to, get a job and save money and wait until we had enough money to purchase a brick and mortar, a storefront, right, for us to be able to go in and start this business. But the laws were changing in Virginia, and I was in a place where I could do this, and I decided that it was best to really just jump on in and try to infiltrate the market as quickly and as soon as possible. And I'm so glad that I made that decision. Unfortunately, Maya was not in a place to do that, so it is just me. But I mean, for a while before I moved, when I was just doing all the planning in Texas, where I moved from, it was just kind of a go kind of thing. I was just making lists and I was just doing it, and it was not really tunnel vision, so to speak, but I don't think it really hit me yet. Like, I knew that I wanted to do this, and it all made sense. Logically, right. It was there, right? But it didn't actually really hit me until it was a couple of days after I'd moved in here, and I just had.
What have I done?
Really delayed. I know. I mean, it wasn't even the drive. I drove 20 hours from Texas to Virginia. I'd never been to Richmond before actually coming to look for a place to live, and it really hit me, and thankfully in a positive way. It wasn't in a negative way, but it really hit me. I was in my room, and I had just, I don't know, I was here, and it realized that I'm here by myself, living on my own, and I'm doing something that feels really big, that feels really huge, and I'm doing it by myself. Mm-hmm. And I felt really good in that moment. I felt like I could do it.
Yeah.
But which is nice, because I definitely have a lot of moments where I feel like I'm way in and over my head, which is something that
Sure.
any entrepreneur is. Which yeah, I mean,
Yep.
we yeah, I had a great conversation with you about this not long ago, about just, taking, just kind of letting those feelings, feeling those feelings, letting yourself feel those doubts and feel those fears and anxiety, and then just kind of pushing through and just sticking with it. And so yeah, I definitely have moments. My cat. I definitely have moments where I have a lot of doubt, but I also have moments where I feel like that that first time where it really hit me what I was doing, where I just feel really proud of myself, and I
Good.
feel very, very capable and very strong, which
That's
is very
awesome.
nice.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I think it's so normal when when you take as big of a leap as you did, it's not
Kind of a ridiculous leap.
familiar. There's a part of us, I don't even know this. I'd have to read up to know, but there's a part in our brain that is always looking for, it's trying to keep us safe, right?
Mhm.
And it's always like constantly, is this okay, is this okay, is this, and it's going all the time. And so when you just literally take a leap of faith, as you did, and then your brain is looking around and it's not familiar, we're wired to be cautious and to be nervous.
Right.
And so you have to just ignore that and say, there's another part of me that's going to pay attention to the other part that I know, some other wisdom. It's so normal, though, to have that kind of a, like, what in the world, I don't recognize myself, like I'm such a, and
Yeah.
that makes sense, because you're doing something very different. And the
Yeah.
more you do this, and the more keep learning and keep telling yourself it's okay, and you keep growing, the more you're going to grow into a rock solid entrepreneur. This and other things, I mean, the world is your oyster, my dear. So
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I am,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's good. It's
yeah,
good feelings on net good. Good on.
sure,
Good
yeah, yeah.
value.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I can see your studio in the background. So you've
Oh
got
yeah.
the easels back there. And
Yeah. It's very
yeah,
nice
it's,
right now
you
though.
know, I think that when you have when you have that spirit to trust and take a leap, you're going to learn so much, because we don't learn from not doing. We only learn from doing and falling on our face at times, and
Yeah.
getting back up and going, okay, well, that didn't work.
Yeah, I have to remind myself that it's okay if things go wrong. It's okay if I make mistakes. It's okay if, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if things just don't go the way
Yeah.
that I want them to, because it's all learning.
Yeah.
It's all about growth.
Well, you've got a business that, as you started out by saying, it's about people needing to, find a place where they can de-stress,
Yeah.
let go of all the crazy, and be creative.
Yeah.
They don't have to be a painter, an artist,
Yeah.
right? You
Super
could,
easy, very fun
but
thing.
you leave with your own personal artwork,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you have this keepsake. You're giving people an experience,
Uh-huh.
and they get a tangible something,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is so great to have both.
It's great. This actually the most recent paint session that I did. Um, uh, one of the people there had never, painted. Last time they painted was in, elementary school or middle school or something, and they
Mhm.
were just like, are you sure I'm going to be, asking their group, are you sure I'm going to be able to do this? And by the end of the night, it was so great. He was talking about where he was going to put it up, and they were all just saying, oh, I'm going to put this right in my desk, like, so I can see it every day, or I'm going to put this right by my bed, or things like that. So
Yeah,
it's great. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It doesn't matter what it turns out to be, but it's really rewarding, because that's exactly what the whole purpose of this business is to give people that feeling like, I created this, and
yeah,
this is mine, and I was able to just have a fun evening despite
exactly.
everything.
Exactly. So, yeah, I salute you. And, I think that the secret is, you're in a business of creating fun. Keep having fun. Don't take yourself and this whole learning curve too seriously. The quicker you can laugh at the things that you realize, oh, I didn't even think about that. the- you know,
Yeah. Seriously.
So the more you do that, the more you get over it, the more you enjoy it. And I know you're going to be a tremendous success. So I'm going to put your contact information in the comments so that now can people, so you're in Richmond, Virginia, and you're in a great area. So
Yeah.
people can either come to you, like you said, a group or an individual, or you'll go to them if it's, what is it, like 3 people?
Oh no, it's if we have no minimums for
Okay.
for
Okay.
they're called at home pain sessions. So,
Okay.
and we also,
Good.
not just Richmond, we do other cities as well around
Okay.
Virginia.
Cool. So could it be a Zoom? Have you thought about how you could do it remote if somebody wants to do this? Put a group together? Is that
I would
possible?
love to be able to do that, but just right now it's not super feasible. It just being
Okay.
me, just with delivering like with just with kind of
All
the
the
logistics of
supplies.
delivering all the supplies
Sure.
and doing all this stuff like that. I just right now I don't have the experience that I want. But maybe, next year that could be something
Sure.
that we could
Sure.
do for sure.
Yeah. Or somebody that wants to do this could, fly you someplace. Has
Yeah.
to be a place where it's legal. If
Yeah.
it's the a weed experience. So
Right. Right.
anyhow, love you bunches, and thank you for telling your story. I know, a big reason I do this, it inspires me. It's fun for me to do, and I hope that it inspires others. And I think you have a very inspiring story for other young entrepreneurs.
Thank you very much.
So make it happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I owe a lot of thanks to having a very supportive family, and example, giving you a little shout out because you've been very helpful, and
Wow,
I love you very much.
I love you. Mwah.